Okay, we're live. Hello, welcome to the Cinema Savvy Movie Podcast. I'm Chris Gardner, joined with my co-hosts for tonight, Tate in the Hour, Naomi Sanders, and possibly, maybe a Tom at some point. We don't know.
Wait,
This
is also George a possibility? Maybe.
Who knows? It'll be a veritable just cornucopia of people showing up tonight. This is, of course, episode 5 of Timestamp Zero. This is the show where we all get together, watch a movie as a commentary, and you guys can watch it at home too. If you're not watching it at home, we'll try and give you enough context as we go along so you can just listen to us prattle on about a movie that you're not watching. These were Tom's picks tonight. Tate, do you have the list of picks that
Getting
were...
up in a second. At the moment, in our Cinema Savvy chat, which you guys obviously don't see, but Tom and George are having an argument about whether they like the film or not, which is always good to see, you know, always good to know that when we're actually not really doing our podcast, we are still talking about films.
We all hate each other's guts, clearly.
We just put up
Pretty
with
much.
each other. Chris
Pretty
kind of
much.
brought us together, and now we're stuck with each other. But the films are Ex Machina, Rescue Dawn, Sunshine, Jaws, and Hidalgo. The results are very close. 12 votes to Sunshine, 10 votes to Ex Machina, 5 votes to Jaws, 4 votes to Hidalgo, and no one likes Rescue Dawn.
These are some actually really good picks because I voted for Ex Machina. Although we did a review on it, I think that was me and you, Tate, wasn't it, that we did a review on that. We went quite in depth into it. I still think that watching that movie would have been good.
I'm not going to lie, but I voted against Ex Machina one just so that I didn't have to watch the dance scene again.
Oh, that seems
I
so
enjoy the
good,
film,
though.
it's not the dance scene.
That's what we'd have been debating in our chat that was on Facebook. But no, this is an interesting one because I obviously wasn't on episode 4. I couldn't make that one, so that was you, Tom, and George. I think wasn't it for Oblivion?
George popped in for about 10-20 minutes.
But like Rush, I actually haven't seen this movie, so this will be a
I
first
haven't
for me
either,
tonight.
so in the same boat.
I've heard it's one of Danny Boyle's best. Actually, because before we start, we kind of go into our story of watching them. So for me, when I was at uni, because I went to uni with Tom, he lent me this DVD and said, right, go away and watch this film. And it was one of those where I really wasn't feeling it. I didn't think I'd like it. I put it on, I watched about half hour and got distracted and then never went back to it. So the first act of this movie or so will kind of be just a revision for me. But everything after that, I have no idea what happens. I haven't read any spoilers. I know that the ending is very conflicting and a lot of people come down on one side of it and another. So we'll find out where I come down on it tonight. Tate, how about you? Because you've seen this movie before.
This is, in fact, inside my top 5 films of all time. I really do like this film. I fall on the side of I like the ending. I won't spoil the ending yet, but like as I was saying in the Cinema Savvy chat, Tom is saying it's a good ending. George is saying he didn't get it or he didn't like it, which is very obvious that he just didn't get it because it is. I like it. It's a good ending. I first saw this film like on an off chance that I thought it would be like a thriller horror type thing in space, and I just come off the back of watching like Alien. I went through the entire Alien quadrilogy. At the time, and I thought, I want to watch something that's very similar, and I saw Sunshine, and I thought it was like a horror thriller in space. So I thought, okay, I'll see what it's like, and it's nothing like that. It is a very sci-fi accurate film, I have to say. All the measurements have been they've put a lot of effort into the measurements and workings, and I know one of the special features is talking with Professor Brian Cox and talking about the science and how accurate it is. So,
Brilliant.
commendations for that. I like the concept of it. It's a new idea for a film, and even though some areas of the film some people will like, some people won't like, a lot of things have drawn inspiration from it. I can only assume if anyone's seen the episode 42 from Doctor Who, which I would say was probably one of the best from the Martha series, the one with the Burn With Me person.
Yeah.
A lot is inspired from this film. So I'd say that it's a good film, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it.
And Naomi, you haven't seen this one either, so have you heard much about this film at all, or are you going in cold?
I'm coming in with a fresh mind to it. The only thing I've seen of it is the Watch Mojo video saying it's a terrible twist ending, so that's spoiled for me. I'm not saying what it is, but I'm not really taking into much account with Watch Mojo because Watch Mojo is a little bit iffy sometimes. But this is the same thing that I have with Suicide Squad. I'm going in it with a clear mind. I know some people like it, some people hate it. I'm just going in with just no expectations. So we'll see how it comes.
Cool, right. Well, should we just get straight on with it then?
say
As
we
we
just go
said,
for it.
maybe Tom, maybe George will show up along the way to give their input. But if we can all get our films to timestamp 0, that includes you at home if you're watching along with us. And when I say go, we all click play. So get it past all the menus, and in 3, 2, 1, go.
Bright flash of light as the Fox Searchlight symbol comes up into the screen. Sorry, where are we doing
Okay,
that?
As narrated by Tate the Hour.
I just scroll it back and now mine stops. This is annoying. No, why have you done this to me?
We'll give some sync points along the way. So the fanfare's just ended, and we're zooming
we're just
into
seeing the sun.
I see a theme that's going here in a film called Sunshine.
You think the film called Sunshine is going to have something to do with the sun?
That gives a clue away. Shush.
See, I do like doing these commentaries, but with
narration.
new films, I always kind of just want to take it in myself. So I'm reading the subtitles as we talk, but this is a first time viewing for me, as I said.
16 months ago, I, Robert Campbell, crew of 7, left Earth frozen in the
Tate, I think you're slightly ahead of me by 2 seconds.
Like, I'm guessing you can hear the film in the background.
Yeah.
3:17. Just waiting for people.
So Tate, if you just want to pause yours for like 2 seconds, and then.
But I'm watching the DVD copy, and you're. No, I'm just going to be 2 seconds ahead, mate.
Oh, it burns
Really
my
looking
eyes.
Ship. It's just a phenomenal looking ship with the giant foil gold round the front of it, and then like the spindly, the Icarus II. And this kind of thing, I can think of a couple of films that do it, where they just kind of say what the situation is at the very, very start and throw you in. This film did it really well. Kind of blends into the title.
I'm trying to think to Danny Boyle's filmography. Has he ever taken on another sci-fi film?
I don't think so. I think I read somewhere that the filming of this, he hated it so much that he decided never to do a sci-fi film again.
He hated filming sci-fi.
Oh wow.
I'm just having a look through. The London 2012 opening ceremony, that could be considered sci-fi.
If we can have science fiction counted to parachuting Queens into the main stadium with James Bond, then yes.
Totally sci-fi, yeah.
Tate, by the sounds of it, it sounds like you're even further ahead of me now.
It's probably because you're watching an online copy and I'm watching the DVD.
Yeah, it's different frame rate, isn't it?
But mine's terrible because I've got more than one thing going on, so yay! Yeah. Anyone in Somerset, you know the internet struggles, so mine is absolutely terrible at the moment.
Okay, I'm at 3 minutes on the dot now, so.
Oh crap, I'm at 4 minutes. Like I said, I put a timestamp on one, so I'm just going to wait for a bit more.
So at the moment he's talking about how much percentage you can have on the shield barrier, and he's asking to turn it up.
So, just to clarify, because obviously I've been talking over the film and not zoning on the subtitles, so Cillian Murphy's ship is a bomb that's going to blow up the sun?
No, the sun is dying. Cillian Murphy's ship is a bomb that is going to hopefully reignite the sun.
Right, okay. Oh, that's like when you turn your iPhone on in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Oh, it burns.
Pretty much. It's even worse if you have it on and then you immediately drop it because of the light and it just goes in your eyes. I've had that multiple times.
Watching this film in the dark just be horrible.
Oh, look at him, he's rocking the aviators, nice. Man after my own heart.
Okay, I'm now into the boardroom.
I am looking at a photograph. Now I'm onto the boardroom.
Yeah, I'm on a boardroom, but mine's having to wait to
And look at that.
actually.
It's the Hulk, according to
I
Chris.
guess someone's got internet because I live in the middle of nowhere with a farm across the road from me.
We've got Chris Evans
Ah,
here. This was before his famous role in Fantastic Four.
This I'm getting very Matrixy vibes from this right now. You know when they're on the Nebuchadnezzar.
Yeah.
And actually, controversially, I hate all of the Matrix films, so this will be interesting.
Controversially, I like all of the Matrix films.
And getting Alien vibes as well. And Tate, you mentioned that earlier. I was just reading on Wikipedia, so I had some form of knowledge on it. Danny Boyle said that his influences for this film included Stanley Kubrick's 2001: A Space Odyssey, Andrei Tarkovsky's Stellaris, and Ridley Scott's 1979 science fiction horror film Alien. So
yes,
definitely seeing some of that in there.
That's basically it. That's what this film is. You don't even have to watch it anymore. Thank you guys for watching this.
And with the cast as well, I think he just kind of put them all together and let them just bond with themselves as a form of method acting. I'm going to try and find what it says on here.
I can't remember her name, but she is the person from X-Men. The person who... The new ones. She is the CIA person.
Oh, Moira McTaggart.
That's the one. She is Moira. A young Moira.
Mm-hmm.
That just makes it sound like I'm slurring Irish. Young Moira.
Cillian Murphy will be the one slurring Irish.
See, that's the Matrix in the background right there.
Yes.
So I guess we should talk about this. I don't think this film was considered much of a success, was it really?
Did it make money? Like
critical success, yes. Commercial
did it make
success,
though? That's the main
not so
thing.
much.
Okay.
It's beautiful sci-fi, like in this film. Like the green room which they're showing now is just flawless.
Yes, I love just the load of green. I know, like Matrix has like the tinge of green because it's meant to look like inside of a computer, but this with the green, it just really does pop out, and it's really nice to see.
Michelle Yeoh. I have no idea how to pronounce her surname, so I'm probably butchering that. She's a great actress. Sorry,
One film I do need to see though is Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon by Ang Lee.
That's a good film.
She also provided the voice of the soothsayer in Kung Fu Panda 2, which is one of my favourite animated movies. Moment of appreciation for just how fucking awesome of an actor Cillian Murphy is.
Yeah.
Although he will be remembered as the Scarecrow.
Yes, he will.
Because once
in Peaky Blinders now.
that's all you will ever be.
I think that's the only film lead that I can think of him being in. Having a look is.
He's the lead in Peaky Blinders, the BBC series.
Yeah, I know that. 28 Days Later, I guess.
Yeah. Again, another Danny Boyle film.
Dunkirk he's in.
Well, I don't think he's the main one in that, though, is he? He'll be supporting. Of course he's in Dunkirk. It's a goddamn Christopher Nolan movie.
Oh, segues before they were cool.
Dutch angle.
I'm not on a Segway yet. I'm on a rocket.
Right room.
No, I'm
Dutch
on a
angle.
Segway.
Even after Battlefield Earth destroyed the Dutch angle.
Dutch angles can have their place, I think, but that movie did kind of kill it to death.
Pretty much. I think it also killed John Travolta's career. Luckily not Forrest Whitaker.
Yeah, Forrest Whitaker's still going strong. John Travolta is definitely not. You see, this is when you learn that Cillian Murphy is not the captain of the ship, and you got that wrong from the start, Chris.
It's Kenny Loggins.
No, it's Canada. That's his name. It's not Canada, it's Canada, spelled with K's.
So yeah, this is what it says about the cast. It says the director cast a group of international actors for the film and had the actors live together and learn about topics related to their roles as a form of method acting. So that's pretty badass.
No, they threw them on a ship and sent them towards the sun. It's actually happened, guys.
Now that's method acting.
This film has a load of character moments which are quite nice in it.
Mm.
And then there's this moment where they're fighting.
It does give me like a Firefly feeling, which I really
Who
like.
wins, Captain America or Scarecrow? Here we go. And this film has so many cool sci-fi concepts, and we're about to see the calm room in a second, and I really like the idea of that.
Oh god, take your ages ahead of me because it's literally just cut to the fight.
Your one is behind. What have you done?
I don't want to skip it ahead though because I've never seen this movie.
Basically, anger issues. Because the message that Cecilia Murphy did took up all the memory space.
God, every time I get a quick glimpse at him, Chris Evans looks like Christian Bale to me in this film.
For some reason, I still have Scott Pilgrim going in my brain, so looking at
I see him from Scott Pilgrim.
the skater.
I definitely see him as, yeah.
He looks like Christian Bale at the start of Batman Begins, where he's in that like Tibetan jail cell.
No, I don't see that. But yeah, now they've got the calm room.
I'm currently not at the calm room because of
Oh,
delays.
they've now
between
just
us.
entered into the calm room for me.
Still on Chris Evans, still on Chris Evans. Still on Chris Evans.
I've cut to Screaming Girls. Isn't that a new thing?
Still on Chris Evans. Okay, now I'm on Screaming Girls. So we're all out, but we're going to watch the movie anyway, and we'll figure it out.
Isn't this how everybody is? Especially like I know, like I've had
wow.
books readings with people, and everyone's at different bits, and everybody's just like, "Wait, not that bit yet! No, gosh, no spoilers, shush."
So Tate's going to get to the end and be like, "Oh, I can't believe that's how it ended," and I'm going to be like, "No, haven't got there yet."
Well, obviously, I can believe how it ended. Seems I'm the only person who's actually
Wi-Fi on my
seen the
phone. I'm
film.
watching this on my phone, and it's actually quicker than my Wi-Fi. Seriously, guys, do not get like BT Wi-Fi or whatever I have. It's not worth it.
Fun fact, about 85% of our viewers are American.
So they won't get the joy of slow BT internet.
No,
Nice
they'll
one,
get
guys.
they'll get the joy of horrible Verizon or Comcast.
Oh, Comcast. I feel sorry for anybody that has that.
So would you guys say
Beautiful
this
Mark
is
Strong is on now.
I
What's
guess
that?
I'm going to have to ask you, Tate, because you see this movie. Would you say this film's a slow build? Slow burn?
Once it kicks up, I'm pretty sure it stays at the high level for the entire rest of the film. So it is a slow ramp, and then it just spikes and then plateaus on the spike. Like it keeps it up all the way through. I think it's in about five minutes maybe from where I am, maybe even less. That it literally just goes up and then, and you'll know when because the music comes in, and then you're just like shivers all over.
By the way,
I think we should save talking about the music when the music actually kicks in.
Okay, but I know that you guys are like 5-10 seconds behind. But we've just had Chris Evans dunk his hand in the.
I'm on dunking the hand.
Yeah, the coolant, which is a bit cold.
Currently not on the dunking as of yet.
Ice water. You're so far behind, Chris. Naomi is only like 5 seconds behind me. You're like 20 seconds, dude.
Okay, now he's dunking hand.
Interesting thing.
Dude, give forward 20 seconds because you're not gonna miss
Danny
anything.
Boyle, but we
He's
all know that
turning
actually did the opening ceremony for London 2012, but I actually have a friend who was in the dance sequence for when they did the music from like 60s to nowadays.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool, and she actually got to meet him, and she says that he's a really nice guy, so that's always good.
Chris, have you skipped forward?
No, because I haven't seen this movie yet.
Okay,
And I don't want to skip anything.
the only thing you were missing right now is the was it Venus or was it Mercury?
It's just going to keep drifting out of sync though. That's the thing.
True. But at least otherwise you're gonna end up like a minute behind.
I know, but
That's
I
what
keep
I'm
skipping
getting.
out. Oh, this is what I want to talk about. So every scene where they see the sun or something like that.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, Danny Boyle apparently made some kind of mock visual, so they actually had something to look at the time before they added it all in post.
Mm.
I'm going to try and find exactly what it says for that, but that's pretty considerate of him because that's probably one of the hardest things to do for an actor. We've seen that in films where it's very effects heavy. They have nothing to react to, looking at the Star Wars prequels. And it doesn't seem as genuine. But every expression on these actors' faces here, it's like they are actually looking at the sun.
So I know it's always difficult for someone to get an actual reaction to something, especially with something not there. As a wannabe writer/director, it would be very difficult. So it is interesting how they do actually get some sort of visual interesting for it, instead of just being like, look at something, just look at the green, and just pretend that you're looking at the sun. As most people just look at the tennis ball.
Yeah, it says to have the actors realistically react to visual effects that would be implemented in post-production, the filmmakers constructed live sets to serve as cues.
Okay, they got the signal now coming through on mine.
I have Chris Evans putting his head into a green scanner.
Naomi, are you sat down with everyone talking at the moment about the signal?
Yeah.
Cool.
Mine's just started that scene, but yes, that is happening.
You're about 20 seconds behind, Chris.
Yeah.
I did admit I did skip it forward a little bit because mine started to buffer when I was connecting.
That actually helps me out because it means that I can talk about it for 20 seconds and then Chris can understand it, or I can wait 20 seconds, take in the scene, and
I'm
then
skipping it ahead.
Fine.
No, otherwise you'll be in front of everybody.
No, he won't.
Water is recycled. They have the solar power they need. Give me a line cue, dude.
Icarus, please follow our trajectory. They're looking at the trajectory now.
Can I get a time from you, Tate, just to know whereabouts I'm at?
17,
About
43,
18
44,
minutes.
45, 46,
Okay.
47, 48.
Mine's just pinged on the yellow planet.
It's about 10 seconds after that, maybe a bit more.
10 seconds after that.
At the moment, they're talking about whether it's feasible for them to go for the second payload.
I'm at 1820.
I'm at 1806, but I'm pretty sure that we're in the same scene.
But we're not going to do that, Chris Evans.
Yeah, literally just
Okay.
then.
So, because I've skipped, can you kind of just clue me up as to what's happening?
Basically, they found the signal to the first payload. Is this the Icarus 2, not the Icarus 1? And
Okay, so
Chris
there was a
Yeah.
mission before this one that tried to do the
At
same
the
thing
moment,
and failed.
at the moment, half the team is saying we should go for the second payload. And Chris Evans is saying, hell no, we've got a mission to take this to the sun, otherwise the planet dies.
hmm
And they're talking about the feasibility of it.
So do they want to kind of salvage what they can from the previous wreck? Is that it?
Well, the argument is you risk going to a second payload to get a second payload. It may be damaged, it may be working, but there's always that risk of going there. Or you take the normal trajectory, nothing changes, and the mission completes by itself.
Right.
Because they're unsure whether it will reignite the sun or not. Having 2 payloads means they have
Right.
2 chances at that.
Okay. Ooh, drama.
The drama llamas are out tonight.
And that's what you just said. 2 bombs, 2 chances.
Okay, so let's vote on this. Let's weigh in. What would you do?
No.
I would say no.
Without context of the movie tape.
I would still say no. I mean,
I would still probably say no.
Alien.
if you
It
have
was
been,
fine.
the hands of humanity are in, like, the fate of humanity is in your hands. You've been given a mission. You trust in your people
Oh,
you're
no.
working with and your
No,
science.
this is not good.
You trust in what people have given you, and you go straight to the sun. You don't go for the bloody second payload. You never go for the second payload.
And plus, if it doesn't work anyway, then you can blame your higher-ups for giving you those
That's
orders.
like-
That wasn't your
You know what?
fault.
Going for the second payload is like saying, okay, gang, let's split up.
This is not good.
And it's down
For
to
some reason, mine won't
it's down to Cillian Murphy as the science
play
officer.
now. It
Vote
keeps going to
science.
random adverts.
It's
So
down
can you
to
guys give me a timestamp because for some
Yes.
reason mine decided to get out of the film and go to an advert for an app, which is not good.
20. Just go to 21.
So, yeah, I feel like I really can't have any input into this movie. I wish we kind of had Tom here because he could kind of talk a bit why it's one of his favourite films and.
I'm going to check on the chat because he does kind of say why it's his favorite film, or he says why he enjoys the ending, basically.
Okay. We'll save his comments on the ending until we get to there, but
He says
Yes.
it's a very logical. He says it's a very logical film that explores the differences between putting yourself in the hands of science and putting yourself in the hands of faith.
mm.
Not a decision, it's a guess. Like flipping a coin and asking you to sign up with them.
I was gonna say I would still choose no because of what happened with Alien when they took a detour.
Yes.
Mm.
These guys have probably seen Alien. Probably.
Cillian Murphy should be cast in the new Alien movie. I think he'd really fit into that really well.
What, is the actual Alien?
Yeah, he could play the Xenomorph.
But just midway through this film, Cillian Murphy it just crawls out of his mouth. You know, not like burst. It just kind of seeps out and he just kind of tips it back in.
See him playing one of the androids, actually. You know how Michael Fassbender did in
See,
Prometheus?
that was the only good thing about Prometheus.
Oh, you mean with I
Agreed.
can't remember the actor's name, but the one who plays Bilbo Baggins in Lord of the Rings.
See,
Oh,
that's an
what?
actor. That's an actor who
Not-
hasn't put a foot wrong yet. How can you
Not-
name a bad Michael Fassbender film?
Ooh,
Well, we'll have to see this, Assassin's Creed later, don't we?
Oh yeah, Assassin's
can I
Creed.
name a bad Fassbender movie? I am going to check his filmography
Okay, we've got.
as you talk more about the movie tape.
Well, at the moment we're going through a dream sequence. He is falling into the sun,
Oh, I
and
love
that
that
is
bit. I
horrifying.
think I'm a bit ahead of you.
Oh no, I literally just had that bit.
Yeah, I
talking
just had
about
that
it.
bit.
One day we will have a
wakes
timestamp
up.
zero where we're completely in sync all the way through.
Yeah, we did, didn't we? The Thing was pretty much in sync.
Yeah, it was just a microphone problem on that one, wasn't it?
Yep. There will always be problems with the show, but who cares? Unless we all get together and do it
That
together,
just makes us
there
Yeah.
will always be problems.
When you're over later this month, Tate, we'll see if we can get a video or something together.
Yes, definitely. Even if it's MMM or anything.
Yeah. Right, I'm okay. Out of the ones I've seen, oh, yes, he has.
How bad?
Tell me.
Very, very bad. I don't know how. Okay, he was in Jonah Hex.
Ooh.
Remember that little delight from 2010?
Ooh.
That, actually.
Brutal. Oh, and now we've got
Red alerts.
oh,
Red
we've
alerts.
got the fire in the plant room? No, on the plate.
For some
Mine
reason, I
isn't
can't
there
watch
yet.
spaceships on film without thinking of Red Dwarf and like Purple Alert. It's not as serious as a Red Alert, but it's not as soft as a Blue Alert.
Oh, running, fast
Here's the
cameras,
thing.
running, red
Here's the
lights,
thing.
drama.
A mathematician made a mistake, and here is where the film kind of starts to kick up. The mathematician mistake was, because they changed the trajectory to go to the second payload, he should have altered the plate, the angle that it was pointed at the sun. He forgot to do that.
I am
And
sorry, but
therefore-
wouldn't that be like your main concern when you're flying that close to the sun?
No, because he didn't calculate the velocity that they were going at and the velocity change.
Well, he
He
should have
calculated-
calculated the new velocity because
I know, and
they're gonna
that's why
burn
he's
up the
saying,
ship.
and that is why he's saying he screwed up, and that is why he is crying right now.
He just started like just saying, "I forgot," and I'm just like, "Whoa, mate, calm down."
No, he didn't. He didn't say I forgot. He said I fucked up, which we can't say anymore without incurring the wrath of the YouTube gods. Hey YouTube.
You
Apparently,
can't do that. No.
YouTube can't hear me.
Without the risk of sounding massively racist, if this isn't the case, is this the guy from Steve Jobs? No, sorry, not Steve Jobs. What was it? Matt
Inception.
Damon, The Martian. No, sorry, The Martian. The guy who Jeff Daniels keeps saying you need to get the ship fixed up, and he was over the webcam. The Asian
I
guy.
can't remember. He is the guy from Inception. He was in Inception. I'm pretty sure of it. Let me check.
Wait, what?
Trust the IMDb.
Ryoko Sanada. He was in The Wolverine. He was in.
He was not in Inception. That was.
God damn it! He was in Inception. Dude, he was in Lost. You should know him.
Yeah, he was. He was in season 6.
I thought he was in Inception.
I know
Oh, no,
him. I
that's
was talking about the guy who was crying.
Wait, which
The guy
one?
who said I fucked up.
Oh, I thought you were talking about.
No, God, you
I'm so
sound so
confused
racist right now. We're not saying that all Asian actors look the
Hey,
same.
hold on, Chris.
I am so ashamed
Chris?
of you two.
Chris, that's the controversial topic. TikTok, YouTube list of things to do.
Cross
Right,
it
now
off
we
the
need
bucket
promotion of drugs and sex, and then we
Al-
can never be on
alcohol.
it anymore.
Sexual content, controversial topics, swearing.
I'll snort a line of cocaine at the start of the next review.
Oh, that would get us views.
I'll do the next one topless, maybe. I don't
No,
know.
you gotta no, Chris. Here's the thing: you gotta snort the line, and then you gotta say, "Hey kids, we're selling it."
Oh, when we get our website sorted with a shop.
Can we just put a line of cocaine at the top of the website?
Okay, again, I've been talking over this. So have they
Okay,
got to
they are
correct
now-
the plates now?
They have to go correct the plates. No, they have to go fix the plates manually. So they're having to tilt the thing
Okay.
so that the plates can cool off, and they're going to go and fix the plates manually by going out to the front of the bloody thing.
You think
which is
there'd be
very
a button
dangerous.
for that, wouldn't you?
There's a very weird computer that has a female voice, and I'm getting Hell 9000 feelings about it.
Hello, David.
No, but they're in their really fat. They're in their
No. Oh.
They're in their really fat spacesuits at the moment, which are made of gold, which look really cool,
I love
yet
gold.
really impractical.
Just for the record, I am not currently at the fat spacesuit yet.
Oh, he is literally peeping out the airlock.
Doop doopy doo. Everyone's looking
And it
concerned.
is Canada and Kappa.
Okay, the airlock's now opening. So
That
Where's
is
the plate?
very blingy gold spacesuit.
It's-
okay, is
the
he floating out of the thing now?
Yes, and they are now speaking to them whilst floating. The second person is now starting to float out.
I've still got the first person just going. "Eee."
Okay, I've got the
Going-
first guy out, and then the metal thing is coming out, right?
Yeah.
Okay, second
With the
one's
second
about-
person, yeah. Oh god.
Yeah, that's the one.
I'm skipping all the glorious 2001: A Space Odyssey shit floating in space sequence.
Okay, guys.
Okay, now they're starting to make their way out towards the front of the disc.
Okay, the
still
red
got
light's
the
just
second
flown
person
past the
coming
screen.
Yeah, you're on the same mark as me.
Am I equal to you now?
You are equal to me now.
Okay, cool. I am
Yeah,
equal. I'm an equal to,
Yay!
for once in
You
my
might
life.
say that you're in equilibrium.
Oh, nice. I really wish I had some more context about this film because I'm just kind of chatting
Okay.
random shit.
Dude,
But...
they have to go out onto the front of the thing.
No,
Very
no.
dangerous because it's very
No,
hot.
I mean as in stuff to talk about, information about the film, stuff to educate
Look how
our viewers.
beautiful it's designed on the front with the tiles. However impractical that may be. The
That
music,
is a very
the music
bright
is
scene
going
that
to
they're
kick in
showing right
within
now.
5 minutes. The moment, the music. And I know that for what's it called, Battle of the Brackets, the thing this month is best sci-fi film moment. I was very, very tempted to put in this moment when the music kicks in, where they're fixing the plates, as one of my. It's on my shortlist, but I'm not sure whether I'm going to put it in or not. So as the plates are cooling, you can hear it crack, just like metal and stuff like that. You can hear it crackle. And...
I will say that the space shots in this, in terms of the cinematography, is fantastic.
I was gonna say, I didn't really know how to say it.
So
Stay-
because
sorry.
they've tilted the front of the disc, the comms tower every time it rotates is going to get pulled out into the sun. So it's already damaged.
Oh yeah, the spark's flying at the moment on mine.
Mm. As they start to make their way out to the front of the disc.
I do love a good tense sci-fi movie. That's one of the reasons I was really hyped for Gravity with Sandra Bullock when that came out. However, when I saw that movie,
film, terrible plot.
exactly, I was very, very much let down by that. But it is still to this day the best 3D experience of a movie I've ever had.
I can't watch 3D movies, sadly. Something with my eyes, I get it from my mother, means that...
Your eyes begin to go
my-
outwards.
Yeah, well, they don't properly work together, so one does go out if it's not
Okay.
careful. So it just means that I can't...
That just makes the viewing experience even better, doesn't it?
Not particularly for me. I mean, I find watching 2D just fine. If you really want to get more immersive into the actual film, either do 4D, but that's too expensive, or actually get virtual reality to get us into the film.
Hmm.
I mean, they've already started it with video games, so...
Here we go, they've come up to the first fixable thing.
Yeah, they're just lowering down onto it.
And
Mine.
it
Did you
locks
love,
on.
like the shots that they show inside the space helmet, because it kind of gives that claustrophobic
Oh, okay.
feeling?
First off, how cool is that light? Would you not want that light? You see what it is? It's a balloon that is a light. How cool is that? Guys, gap in the market. I want a normal light stand with a balloon attached and a light on the inside.
Take the balloon light on Dragon's Den. Just get all of the millions of dollars.
I'm in!
Yeah, but first thing they'd say to you, when the light gets too hot, won't the balloon pop?
Then you say, well, we also market it with this fabulous gold spacesuit, which allows you to touch the light and cool it down, so that you can preserve its
Balloons are
ballooniness.
very cheap these days.
So now I have to buy a
You get
spacesuit.
no one.
No, not only do you have to buy the spacesuit, you also have to buy the space program.
I am looking for $1 billion for a share of 5% in our company.
Start a Kickstarter for it.
Deborah Meaden doesn't seem impressed.
Well, you know what? She just doesn't have a vision for the future, does she?
And there we go.
They're cheering. Yes, American ending. Woo!
No,
I haven't got
this is
that yet.
dude, this is a British film. We ain't gonna have none of your Americanisms. This is gonna be a hardcore.
I thought you said
bittersweet
85% of our audience was American.
Americans, take
You're
note. This is
insulting
how
them
you do
too.
cinema. You don't have your sappy, lovey, Disney-filled endings. You have like films which are dark
Ah,
and
now I got the whoosh.
make you.
Goodbye, Green Room.
Yeah, goodbye, Green Room.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, but can we please take a moment to acknowledge the name Kappa?
For some reason, that just makes me think of
That
the.
man is a living meme.
It just makes me think of the character Captain from Animal Crossing. If any of you guys say Animal Crossing.
Here is the problem. Because the oxygen room has burnt up, they're running out of oxygen.
Oh no! Someone get a xenomorph in there. That'll
You know
make
what?
And because of that,
Yeah, go on,
the
sorry.
ship is understanding there is a problem. Oh, there goes the green room. Oh, there goes the green room.
Hang on, I'm not there yet. Stop
Not there.
spoiling shit. Okay, there goes the green room.
Everyone's still panicking.
Somewhere Poison Ivy is pissed.
More like Hal.
But here's the problem. Because of the ship, because the ship understands it's like burning up and stuff like that,
Oh,
it's
there we go.
averting its course.
Yeah.
So the
I know
front
what you're doing.
panels are returning to its normal place, which means wherever they are on the front, at this moment in time, they're in a race against the clock because the panels are fronting out towards the hot sun. So they're having to work stupid quickly now, otherwise they're going to get burned.
You know what? Every time I see movies like this, just don't go into space. Just ever. Like, you know, even if the Earth's about to die because the sun's got too big or because it's dying or whatever, just accept it. There's some
Well, the
things you
thing
just
is,
can't
loads of
change.
people really want to go into space
Here's
because
the
they
thing.
think either think like Star Trek or Star Wars. If I go into space, it'll just be like Red Dwarf for me.
Wait a sec, guys. Hold on. Because at this moment in time, half the crew are saying, okay, we'll take manual control. We'll make sure it doesn't revert back to normal. Chris Evans is saying, no, we need to conserve the oxygen. We need to revert it back to its normal course. And everyone is now pissed off of him, except Kanada, who is the ship captain, and said, no, that's the right decision, the logical decision. So you've got logic versus people wanting to save others. It's difficult.
Well, it's understandable for people to be pissed off if you say, like, right, we're going to do this, and then you go, oh, okay, actually, maybe not when everything's been destroyed.
Mm.
They don't have their plants anymore.
No, Michelle! Someone save Michelle!
Wait, what's that? I know Michelle's trapped, but what's happening to her? Is she okay? I haven't got there yet.
She's about
So
to
Chris Evans is saying flood the entire green room with O2 so that it burns itself out.
Yeah.
But she's stuck inside there at the moment, so they're telling her to get out.
Oh man, it really is like Hal at the moment.
No, it isn't Hal. It is Chris Evans saying this is the logical thing to do,
No, where I am.
and the others saying, well, no, because we've got to save our friends, and he's saying no, logic. He is going with the music.
Haven't got there yet.
Turns volume up.
Jesus. Oh,
I have this on all of my playlists.
Here we
the
go.
music.
Come on, you can't kill someone like Michelle Yeoh. She's awesome.
Oh, I love how eerie the music sounds. How otherworldly. So awesome.
Ooh. Ooh.
I'm a big proponent of good film music, and this theme in this film is definitely up there. John Murphy did the music. The song itself was used in Kick-Ass, and it worked well in Kick-Ass, and then I found out it was from this.
If I'm picking a sci-fi moment, and if this ends up being in there, this is the music. When the music kicks in, this is when this moment is.
With Cillian Murphy trying to get back into the ship.
Yeah.
Jesus, the music. Music makes a movie.
Yeah.
There are some awful films out there with some truly great soundtracks. Looking at the Transformers film series.
You realise that Howard Shore, who did Lord of the Rings, also did Twilight.
I think he did the first one, didn't he?
Yeah.
He also did Seven as well. Very, very, very different scores between all the films.
I love Seven.
This film suddenly just got intense as fuck.
Ooh. This is brilliant music.
He has to move and he isn't moving.
This is so good music. Ah.
Is he seeing that bright, colourful tunnel from 2001: A Space Odyssey?
He's seeing something bright. And then Cillian
gonna
Murphy
go
is
back
just
and
like,
check.
nah, I'm out of dodge here.
Oh, he hasn't dodged yet. He's just been burnt up. He's still being burnt up.
Ooh, that is a killer wave that you do not want to ride.
You know, as dying goes, I think getting hit by a sunblast and burning up in the hottest thing that we currently know in this universe, that's a pretty good way to go.
Yeah,
Ooh.
no, I agree.
And nothing.
Although I just used some science terminology there, the hottest thing we know in this universe. I'm sure there's probably something hotter out
What,
there.
the sun?
Like a sun that's about 5 times bigger or something ridiculous in another universe, another galaxy.
Yeah, your mum, Chris.
Oh! We're doing your mum jokes now, right? Okay.
So low that we're now doing your mum joke.
You know what? You can fucking have that one, but I'll be back with a vengeance next time.
You can't say fuck. You can't say fuck.
Oh fuck, I said fuck.
It's like in South Park, like
Censor is YouTube.
can't say fuck, it's fucking badass.
This is not a kids show, folks.
No, we just saw a person get burnt to death.
We did.
Graphic content.
Yeah.
Violent.
This is not shown.
You could hear it on mine, probably.
Yeah, but not so visually. No, that would get all of YouTube's knickers in a twist.
So now, at the moment, they are brooding over the fact that their captain died. Chris Evans
vice captain at all?
Chris Evans is now in charge, and because of the oxygen burnt up, they are at the moment discussing if they have enough oxygen to get back home.
So now they have to get to the previous Icarus.
No. The line that she just said was, there isn't enough oxygen to get all of us back home.
Yeah, but he just said our only hope is to rendezvous with Icarus 1.
Yes.
Oh,
Or we lose 2 more. Or they kill 2 people, basically.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'd go like, hey,
Sorry,
do you
3
two
more
guys
people.
want to like? I'd be like,
So
hey,
they-
do
they
you
only-
3 guys want to
they-
like come and play poker with me in this room?
They have enough oxygen for 4 people. There are 7 of them.
I just pretend to like play poker with like 3 of them, and then just say like, oh yes, we're playing it in the airlock. And
Just do Pokemon Go and just be like, oh, I saw a Pikachu in the airlock. I think it's just outside there. It's just Pokemon
Wait,
Go.
hold on. Oh, there's a Pikachu in the airlock?
Go, Tate, go!
And bye.
Got him. So he's gone into the payload area, and I think they're about to show the stimulation of the payload, so what it's going to look like when it goes up. If it goes up. They're saying that it's a coin toss. It's a 50-50 chance that it will work and not work.
I want to see what kind of movie this would have turned out like if Michael Bay had directed it, because I'm getting some big Armageddon vibes,
Well,
but just
hold
a
on.
little bit more.
The
I'm
end
guessing
scene.
a lot more
Okay, here we go,
a
guys.
lot more creepy outfits for the women and a lot more crap dialogue.
The end scene would have been all of them blowing up whilst, like, I don't know, having sex with each other, and Aerosmith, Don't Want to Miss a Thing, playing in the background. And it's just explosions. Don't want to close the eyes.
Oh, poor Aerosmith, why did they have to go through with that song? You realise it could originally be done by Celine Dion, that one.
No, that's a great Aerosmith song. Fantastic song.
They just showed the spark very quickly just then. I'm not sure where you guys are at, but at the moment they're speaking about.
He's turning the red key.
Cillian Murphy and I can't remember her name.
You're once again about 10 seconds behind me.
They're just chatting at the moment.
Shot of the sun. Damn, that's bright.
Well, no kidding, it's the sun.
One day we will get all this in sync, but it is not this day.
One day. We've got to. I'm pretty sure that the only way we can do that is
everybody will be able to watch films at the same time.
The only way we can do that.
Not this day.
The only way we can do that is if we all get a DVD copy.
Yeah.
Which I have a DVD copy of almost every single film for the next one that we're going to be doing.
Same here.
So I think we should be in sync.
Apart from two of them, and I'm the one that suggested all of them. So who's the numpty? This is the numpty.
If you want to say them out right now,
me.
Very quickly. Yes.
Okay. Because of me being from Wales, as well as my favourite director Edgar Wright being from Wales, I thought the next one would just have like a theme of that. So it'll be a choice between Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, World's End, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, and The Adventures of Tintin: The Secret of the Unicorn. The last one I cheated because he only wrote it and he didn't direct, because that's Peter Jackson.
Do you know who also is a Welsh director?
No.
Gareth Hugh Evans.
I said Wales, not Wales.
You said what? Sorry.
I said Wales. W-E.
Oh, my bad. Damn it, because I was going to say this. There's two little movies called The Raid and The Raid 2. Just saying.
So at this present moment in time, they've got the payload. They're going across to the second payload.
The sun. Pretty.
They're just getting suited up.
I haven't got the suiting yet. There's a lot of gold and yellow.
They're getting the jumpsuits on. They're getting the bandoliers on.
Here we go.
I'm going to check the budget for this movie, actually. Because this is really impressively visually.
It is.
Budget of 40 million. That's relatively small for a big sci-fi movie.
How much was it, sorry?
40 million.
That is pretty small for a sci-fi movie.
Especially for a sci-fi movie.
Danny Boyle is great at using a small budget to make a really,
and now
really...
for one of the creepiest lines in the film.
Which is probably going to be in about 20 seconds time for me.
I am probably about a minute, maybe. I'm at, like,
I'm gonna
49.
Oh, it's got
okay, they've entered into the new ship, and there's dust everywhere, and they just say a line which is to do with dust, which is eye-opening.
I'm getting like one-frame shots sprinkled in this scene. Oh, they're the pictures of the crew, right? Of the previous crew. Okay, it wasn't just my eyes being weird.
This is really annoying how everything's off sync at the moment.
So basically, 80% of dust is human skin. Lovely, to the fact that there is dust everywhere. And then you get flat.
Actually, I looked it up, and that's not true.
Whatever. It's a cool line in the film. But I'm assuming that Chris is getting all these flashes coming up every now and then of like one crew member and stuff like that. Yeah. I'm guessing you're in the same scene as me then, because you're in the new ship, yes?
Yeah, I'm pretty much bang on where you said about the human skin thing.
Saying it, and now they've dropped something.
And this is the scene where they find the space jockey, right?
The what?
Space jockey.
Not really.
It's an alien joke.
Not
Never
really.
mind. Fine.
That would not only be spoiling it, but saying something wrong.
These are the jokes, folks.
Ha ha.
Quality comedy from this channel, everybody.
But they've just found a new green room with 7 years of just plants.
We're getting an echo.
Again.
Tate, we're getting an echo from you. I don't know if it's Naomi's thing, like the audio coming through. Because I can hear myself and I can hear Tate.
I'm definitely getting. Oh, I'm not getting an echo.
Naomi?
No, there's no echo anymore. There's no echo anymore.
Don't know.
Okay, we're good.
Yeah, I can hear an echo for mine.
Basically, they just said the entire ship is fine, so they don't understand what happened to everyone. Really, really loud shower head. They got water, food.
I don't trust this. I do not trust this. This is a trap. Someone has left this here to lure someone somewhere.
No crew, no bodies, fresh green growth, loads of food, no people on the ship.
In the infamous words of Admiral Akbar.
It's a no. We must assemble by the that line that he says, you know.
It's a trap.
No,
the one other than that one.
Yeah.
Ooh, right. Oh, ow. Loud shower head. Loud shower head.
Wow, you're behind me again by about a minute. Jesus.
But when you said human skin, that he
no,
literally
I said human skin like a minute afterwards because I was hoping you could catch up.
Loud.
Right, I'm skipping forward. You're gonna have to let me know what happens.
I'm on Mark Strong at the moment.
What's just happened on your voice?
They're looking
shower
at the
head
video.
on mine. I've got.
They're looking at the video of Mark Strong.
Commander of the Icarus One.
Yeah.
We have abandoned our mission.
Yeah, that's the one. Watch that entire scene.
I haven't got there yet. They're just exploring the new green room, more like a green forest.
I'm gonna stay quiet. Freaky scene, right?
So, because I skipped forward a bit, did they find some video evidence from the previous ship?
They just found the ship logs.
Oh,
because
okay.
you need to skip
I'm looking at it right now.
because I'm about 20 seconds ahead of both of you guys.
It is not our place to challenge God.
Yeah.
Freeze
So
frame.
basically, he was the previous ship captain. They don't know what's happened to the rest of the crew, but he seems to have
Lost the plot.
gone to Faith and abandoned the mission, even though they've still got everything working perfectly fine. But
Well, his face is all burnt up from the sun.
the second payload works.
Wait, they haven't done the second payload yet, have they?
They just you may have skipped through it, but they did a spark for it, so to see whoever did test if it works.
Creepy video.
Oh,
He
okay.
has now found the rest of the crew.
I've just finished that video and it's like, what?
Okay, Naomi, you're about 2 minutes behind.
I'm at, hang on, I'll just say about 54:31.
Let's just run with it, because this whole commentary is just going to be us trying to get in sync with each other.
Okay, he has just found the
Ain't
crew,
that
and
the fun of
I'm
it,
going to talk
though?
about that. I'm going to talk about how the fact that he's just found the crew in the sunroom, and they're all like freeze fossilized, like Pompeii style.
Oh, I think
Oh, you mean like, yeah.
he's just shining the torch with a look of horror on his face.
They left the window open, basically. Pointed it at the sun and left the window open.
Are they all bowing?
Oh, and it is detached.
Oh, they saw that. Okay,
Horrible.
good play on word there.
So the airlock for me has just detached from the two ships. In fact, it is blown up.
I've just got them reaching the room with all the people in them, and it does look like they are bowing.
Oh, now mine's just blown up now. I think I'm gonna have to watch this movie again at some point. Just
Probably.
I'm sure my uni library would have it.
If you want to skip forward to me, because this is a very cool scene which I want to discuss with you guys at the same time.
Yeah, I'll probably skip ahead a little bit.
Okay, at the moment they're looking at the damage of the severed thing, and they're discussing how they're going to get back across.
So I've got 5813. Tell me when you're on there, so then I can start again.
I don't know if I'm ahead of you or behind you, Tate.
They've just got the gold suit out.
Oh,
Where
no.
are you, Tate? Timestamp?
Timestamp for my DVD at the moment is at 55, 23, 24, 25.
Okay, mine's. I just accidentally skipped ahead to 58.
Is he just ripped the suit out of the bag?
Yeah, you're about 10 seconds behind me. 15.
Okay,
Okay.
I've skipped ahead.
I've hit 56. 55.
Airlock's destroyed. There's only one suit. Cap is taking it.
Yeah. At the moment they're discussing who should go with him.
So what have they got to try and do? Reconnect the...
They're taking Kappa in the suit because he's the only person who can operate the payload, whilst the dude is telling him to get out of the suit because he doesn't want to die, and he's also the captain at the moment.
Okay.
The airlock is ripped. How are they going to repressurize?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the dilemma. See, this has created a perfect dilemma because there is no other way out of it other than the way they're
suit in
suggesting.
my one. Am I ahead or behind you?
Behind.
But come on! Terrible at this.
At the moment,
we're so professional on this channel.
they're planning how they're going to get back across.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're ripping the airlock.
They need one person to operate the airlock from inside the ship, so one person's left behind. They got one person in the suit, and they are now going to wrap themselves up with the ship's interior and hold onto the suit and try and jump the gap.
Yeah, I've got people ripping out the interior at the moment.
Yeah, that's the scene. Yeah.
Yeah.
I am now at the same point as you guys. Yay!
Yeah, you are. Yay. Okay, so now they're just they've got to line it up perfectly. Otherwise, they're not gonna.
I swear to God, in all these space movies, someone must have broken a mirror before going on the launch. Because these just have the worst luck in all of these movies.
What's that?
Someone must have broke a mirror for 7 years bad luck before going on the launch on these space missions.
Yeah.
It's like Matt Damon in The Martian.
With them.
Yeah.
Do they have a cat? Will it evolve into Danny John Jules?
So at the moment, the dude who likes to sit in the sunroom has opted to stay behind. They've opened up the airlock on the other side, and a beautiful
I think I'm a little
shot.
bit ahead of you actually now.
Beautiful shot looking at it.
He just
From
we
the
already
airlock
Stardust.
Yeah, you're about 10 seconds behind, Chris. Okay, they're ready to go now. They're just making their final preparations. They are now climbing onto Kappa.
Pretty much.
We only got one shot at this.
Yep. Here we go.
Human slingshot, just like that.
Let's do it.
Nope.
There
They've
you go, and they
detached.
get flung forward.
Detached. Someone's going bye-bye.
Yep, someone's been
Not yet.
detached.
Not yet. Not yet.
In fact,
Oh,
two people
okay,
have
now
been
they're
detached.
flying. But I
they're
kind
all
of want to
detached.
watch this scene.
They are all detached. One guy made it straight in. That is a good shot. One guy's having to hold on to the outside, and the other guy he's out of here.
Yeah, he has no luck of getting back in.
And he is caught, but who is he caught? I know he's caught, but you guys won't.
Bye.
Hang on, I'm just.
Who's floating off into space?
Dun 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 dun.
That gold suit looks so cool.
I'm gonna make so many Red Dwarf and 2001: A Space Odyssey jokes. Just, you need
The
like
person
a counter for
Who
this.
has? The person who has survived this round of Sunshine is...
Who is it? Who is it?
It is...
Oh no!
I don't know characters by
Chris
name.
Evans! Chris Evans survives this round, and that guy freezes up because he's a douche. And freezes in space and floats off.
Living statue. How fun!
So he's frozen solid right now as he floats off.
Wait, who's that? Who's frozen?
Guy froze off and went in space. Chris Evans is frozen, but he's still alive. He's got
Oh.
frostbite in his palm, which is horrible.
Those thumbs are gonna go off.
He gets
Whoa.
de-armed.
Smithereens.
Oh.
Eyeballs freeze up.
No, it's just his thumb. Oh, he's just shattered. He's Team 1000. Yeah, don't go into space, folks. Just don't do it.
That's basically the message of this video. Just don't go.
And that guy is now going to turn into a bloop. Boop.
Why does that gold spacesuit just look so comfy, though?
I know, right? And
It looks like
now,
something from the Yeezy
even
line,
though-
that kind of
even
glamour.
though he
Kanye
could
West
survive on,
coming in like, I am running for president in this suit.
even though the dude with the cap, I know this is so professional knowing the character names. Even though the dude with the cap could survive on the second ship that they just went to, he would be alone on there and probably run out of O2 after a while. So he's opting to go and sit in the very weird room with all the other dead people, and because the shields are down on the thing, as soon as the ship moves away out of the sun's sight line, he's going to burn up.
Ain't that sad?
It is sad, but it's the way that he started the film,
It
looking into
feels
the
like
sun.
I've known this character for ages and know so much about him.
And there he goes.
Goodbye,
See,
dude.
as
I
I'm
love
watching this
you.
now, and probably a lot of this is because I'm not properly watching it, and I'm talking over it and things like that. I don't really feel any connection to these characters. I really, really don't.
Probably not, no.
People are dying, and I don't really particularly care.
Same.
Do you feel a connection to Cecilia Murphy?
Liked in a film that people do get axed off, and I'm just like, what were they like? What
If you
Yeah.
actually, instead of talking over the film, if you actually watch the film straight up, then you do kind of gain a connection to at least two of the characters, which are Cecilia
At
Murphy
least
and
two.
Chris Evans. Well, those are the two main characters. Chris
See, this
Evans
is the
being
thing
the very
with films
logical
with-
one, Cecilia Murphy taking chances.
With films with big ensemble casts, I really do struggle to get connected with a lot of them. And then
Other than
it's
Love Actually.
films-
Love Actually did it perfectly.
I love Love Actually. It did it so well, and it's just a shame that I can't really speak of the dead, but Gary Marshall didn't do it
No.
that well at all.
So they lost two more people, which means they need to lose one more person to get to the right amount of oxygen.
So, who wants a game of Russian roulette then?
Wait, I thought it was one more person they needed to get rid of.
They need to get rid of one more person, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I thought you said two, sorry.
Because 2 people died on the previous ship, they need to get rid of one more person.
Well, the thing is, they're not intentionally trying to kill anyone, are they?
No, they're not.
But it's just kind of working out like that.
They've only got one payload now because they had to leave the other one behind.
So Chris Evans has volunteered to be the one to...
No, to kill the mathematician dude.
Oh, okay.
The guy who made the mistake. The guy who's really depressed ever since.
Oh, stone cold.
Then she doesn't want to vote.
Mm-hmm.
So Chris Evans being the calculating, logical one.
What are you going to choose, bud?
He's gonna go and have to, isn't he? What would you choose, guys? This is a film of choices. What would you choose? Because I definitely would choose
Choose
that.
your own adventure.
Kill him.
I would probably kill him.
Kill who?
Because I have no remorse.
He's depressed. He's on suicide watch. He made the mistake, and you've got the entirety of humanity in your hands. You need to kill him to save humanity.
I'd do it. Tate, you?
Yeah.
We're horrible people, aren't we?
No, we're calculating. We're logical. We're like the Germans.
Don't
So he's now got
This is what you come to Cinema Savvy for, guys. You don't come for like the film talk. You just come for us just being complete idiots.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd kill a dude. What's the problem? So
that's going to be taken wildly out of context now.
He now goes.
We need a shirt. Someone make a shirt with just
guys,
people.
Oh, graphical violence. He's now gone into the happy room and he sees that he has already slit his wrists.
Oh, spoiler alert, dude! He's just picked up the knife for me.
Yeah, that's a
Decision hasn't had to be made.
You're gonna do that shit towards the end, aren't you? You're gonna like give away.
I'm gonna be 5 seconds ahead of you guys, so I'm gonna wait 5 seconds. Not on my DVD.
I've only just seen now that he's killed himself. Oh.
Timestamp for viewers at home if you're watching the DVD copy. 107:25, 26, 27.
I got 1:10:10.
Okay, I've just got to the scene now where they're crouching down looking at his body.
Yeah, I'm already on that.
Ooh! Chris Evans. Cones
they can all survive! Yay! Why is there like 7 minutes left of this movie?
Oh! Oh! Where he picks up the blood
he's passed the book to Cillian Murphy now.
He's basically said this is all your fault because you chose to change the mission. The blood is on your hands.
Oh, he's just done that now.
Oh!
And now they're fighting. They're fighting.
Round 2, motherfucker!
Not only are they fighting, but they're wasting oxygen, which they've just managed to save by killing that dude or not killing that dude. So they've just gone and wasted oxygen on nothing. So now they're gonna have to kill another person. No, I'm joking.
Kill them all!
If we kill all of ourselves, we'll have enough oxygen. Yes? Okay, so they're really close to the sun now.
Yeah. How close do you need to be to the sun to drop the payload?
I know they do say in the film, but I can't remember.
God damn it, Tate.
So good you can't remember details from it.
Well, it's interesting because we're into the last half an hour now. And this is the moment of the film where people are split on this final half an hour.
I
So-
think you know those weird, bizarre videos we got of the burnt up captain.
Yep.
I think we're gonna get like a whole cult of like necromorph, mutant, burnt up sun people who worship the sun as a god.
Well, I'm not going to lie, but people should see this film first and then watch our fan commentary before they get spoilers, because we are spoiler heavy on this as hell. We're basically explaining the film as it goes along. So I'm going to say that you're wrong.
Critic with his bomb reviews. Spoilers!
Basically, Chris, you're wrong, but you're somewhat close.
Sun deity. I'm sticking with sun deity.
No, you're still wrong.
So going back to olden times where they just worship the sun as a god.
Oh, and he realizes it just now.
Ooh. Hang on. Five crew members.
Yep.
5 crew members.
And you're getting flashes, aren't you?
Not yet.
Not yet.
You're not getting single frame flashes every now and then.
Oh, now I have. The sun. He's in the sun. Oh.
Have you got to the sunroom yet?
Dun, dun,
No,
dun.
he's just in the observation room, and I've got a silver corridor with a tracking shot.
You're about to get him going into the blinding
Yeah.
light room.
Silver corridor tracking shot.
Close up of Cillian Murphy on a Segway, looking very determined and scared. Oh,
Why is he on a Segway?
the Human Torch.
Wait,
Chris
is
Evans is-
again? What is he
Yeah,
doing?
Chris Evans
Why?
has like
Why is he being
uncovered the
Team
cosmic
Torch?
powers.
You're about 10 seconds behind me at the moment. But he is
Why
talking
is he
about...
ahead and behind you? This is
As in, you are 10 seconds behind me, I am ahead of you.
Are you an angel?
No, I
You
mean
heard
just
deep space pilots
head
talk about them.
Are you an angel, or did you fall from heaven? Hey, girl!
Are you an angel?
But no, at this moment in time, they're discussing, not really discussing, but he is saying that he has found his faith, and that it is
Hang on.
wrong to go against the will of God. God has decided that everyone should die on Earth, therefore, everyone should die on Earth.
By the way, religious person here, so I'm not going to comment on science versus faith.
You picked the
I'm-
wrong
I'm-
filter.
I am very confused with what's happening right now.
Okay, here's the thing. I'm going to explain it completely just now.
Right, man.
Okay, Mark Strong, Mark Strong, who is the character of the person who turned slightly religious, he went and killed the entire rest of the crew. He then, when they got onto the ship, blew up the link between the two whilst he got onto the other side, because he wants to survive, because he does not want the mission to, like, succeed. He thinks that because the sun is dying and the Earth will die because of it, he has decided that he believes in faith now, and it's a sign from God that he wants everyone to die on Earth and he wants to start again. And because it's the will of God, he has now taken up the will of God. He believes that God is the sun, and he has now gone mental.
So he was the captain of the other ship.
He was the captain of the other ship, and now he's gone insane because he's soaked in the sun, and he just stabbed Cillian Murphy,
Yeah.
or slashed him across the chest, and now he's running after him, and you never get to see Mark Strong's face or full body, which is really cool.
So the whole sun thing, this is where it...
This is where it turns into a horror slasher film.
Yeah, this bit's kind of ridiculous. I would have liked it if they'd left it a little bit more open-ended.
Same.
Rather,
I mean,
rather than just Guy who is now Human Torch.
He isn't a Human Torch, but oh my god, that soundtrack.
Yeah, I don't understand why this film needs to turn into a slasher film. Like, it doesn't give like any indication that it would be, nor does it really give like
It does.
the actual feeling that it would be.
It gives indications all the way through. It's been a slow build up to kind of a science, not really slasher, but a science horror ending.
Does it explain how we survived all this?
Yeah, it just said that he'd been soaking in the sun, he'd been living off the resources on the other ship for years, and that's basically it. He had
Okay.
resources. He had enough resources for how many people? Like 6 people all to himself.
He is just crispy though.
And now he has taken out the cooling computers. The computers that were in the liquid cooling thing, the one where Chris Evans stuck his hand in earlier and ice.
I really wish we were in sync.
I know.
A lot.
So he has now lifted that out. So otherwise the computer will overheat. Someone's got to try and drag that back in. So now we're back in the burnt-out green room, and we've found green.
Haven't got there yet.
You're about 5 seconds behind.
Okay. Got half hour of left, guys.
I'm definitely gonna have to watch this film again at some point because I'm not following this film at all.
Ooh, green plant.
It lives.
Is this turning into Wally or something?
I was just about to say, yeah, it's very Wall-E, isn't it?
Yeah, that's probably one of the few space films that doesn't go all horror/thriller.
I'm not gonna lie, but if you guys saw my face for the last 10 seconds after the scene that you probably just saw in Chris's face right now.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, she's jiggling.
This does not happen in Wally.
God damn it, naked crispy Mark Strong.
It's not Wally, guys. It's not bloody Wally.
Seriously, Mark Strong needs to put some Savlon on his entire body.
You should have seen my face. You should have seen my face because I'm pretty sure. Go back and watch my face reaction because I was silent, probably in the bottom right-hand corner of this YouTube video. But I was just like, for about 10 seconds.
You can sync us up from there, guys.
Okay, so at the moment, Chris Evans is walking around the ship, and it's dark.
Lights have just gone off on mine. Pitch black.
Ooh. Oh, hey, Chris Evans. Sorry, it seems like you're gonna die now.
It is 1 minute 17:01:02 for anyone watching at home.
I just had a nodding smiley face thing.
Oh, and Cassie has now found Mark Strong and is hiding her light to make sure that Mark Strong doesn't come and Mark Strong her.
I'm skipping ahead a little bit.
Oh, Cassie is now trying to run away from Mark Strong in the dark.
Ooh.
Okay, now she's running.
She is in the dream room because the dreams make the memes work.
This really has just become a different film, hasn't it?
Yeah.
It simply has. It's like two different films are just smushed together, and it's like movie.
And it's a shame because I was really, although I wasn't really like completely 100% following it and connected to characters, I did like the tone of the first bit of the film a lot more.
Same. I kind of prefer it that it's more just like a stranded with
Like the
just
selfless
people being
mission,
people and
yeah.
just having to decide for themselves,
Yeah.
rather than just go, let's go Wes Craven.
And now Cassie is running away from Mark Strong. Chris Evans is going to go deal with the cooling tower. Otherwise, the ship is going to burn up before they even get to the sun. And Kappa is stuck in the airlock, like literally locked.
I'm having a feeling that Icarus is going to come up with a Windows 10 update at some point.
No, at the moment Icarus is running on XP, so needs that cooling.
Careful, you're getting closer to the Windows 8 update. Stay away.
Actually, my laptop's running on Windows 8 and it's fine.
Actually, to be fair,
Chris
my
Evans-
laptop is running on Windows 10. It's not failed at all.
So I'm not sure whether most of you guys know, but I'm moving to Austria for the winter, and seeing Chris Evans jump into a cooling tank like that is horrible.
Haven't got there yet.
Well, hopefully we can still keep you around, Tate.
Nice try. No, I'm joking.
That,
But yeah, that
Wow,
looks
Cillian
horrible
Murphy
and
is
cold.
giving off some Gerard Way vibes right now, and I'm feeling it.
I'm just gonna say, you know, I'm gonna let you guys talk for a bit because I've seen this film, so I can commentate on it. If you need me to
Ah,
commentate,
he's in.
I'll commentate. But I'm gonna stay silent and watch the film.
okay. Well, I'm just kind of watching people trying to be quiet in the dark right now because there's a pissed off, naked, crispy Mark Strong after them. Captain America's just emerged from the coolant, and he's very chilly.
This
It's
is
reminded
just
me of
terrible.
the terrible horror movie Jason X, where there's a kill in that
Oh.
involving liquid nitrogen. I really hate how all this is filmed right now. Like the
I am
really,
getting a lot of Dutch angles at the moment. And
it's
people
not so much the angles; it's just like the really janky camera and the
The music is
rapid.
coming back in,
like,
guys.
like hearing back at the beginning, we were saying how much we liked the cinematography, and now we completely hate it. Did another director come on board at some point and just
Yeah,
be like,
well,
hey?
it's just a different film, isn't it? It's
I'd
just,
have to say this is probably his experimental film. This is the film where he wanted to see how far he could push certain genres.
but he's not really pushing it though, is he? He's just retreading it. It's just Alien. It's just any
It
typical
is pretty much
slasher movie.
just aliens.
Because you're not focusing on it.
I
See,
am
the-
focusing on it. It's
They are.
Mark Strong
Ending-
just trying to kill people.
This ending splits people. I think it's artistic and well done. You guys
Okay,
think
I'm looking at Michelle just holding that plant right now, and now we cut back to running
Come on, Cillian. Gerard
with
Way,
really
man.
just intrusive, just cameras and faces and just action music and
Oh, now I've got
shaky
Michelle. You
cam.
just need some Enya on this. Just need some Enya. And then it's all sorted.
May it be an evening star.
Chris Evans is freezing his nads off right now.
The only way that this movie can be saved right now is if Cillian Murphy gets into the gold spacesuit and it's like super strength suit and he just fights naked Mark Strong.
Isn't that going to
Well,
be like the end of Aliens where
okay.
she just gets into the thing and is just
Okay,
like,
yeah,
get away
yeah,
from her, you bitch!
I'm gonna go with a slight spoiler. He does get in the suit.
Okay.
Oh, thanks for giving that away.
Chris Evans
Why
kind
is
of
the suit just right behind
slowly
her?
crawling back into the cool box. Cillian Murphy is literally just stuck in there.
I have no idea what's happening right now because I've skipped so much of this film.
Go rewatch it because it is a very good
Yes.
film. So basically, he's trying to dunk the cooling tank back in the water so that the computers can cool so that they can complete their mission.
Okay.
The problem is, like, at the moment, Kappa is stuck in his place.
And we have Bacon and just going around all over the place. That's what I've named him now.
Chris
Kevin
Evans'
Bacon's in this
character.
movie?
Chris Evans' character is now got his leg wedged in the cooling tower,
Yeah, it's just happened now.
I'm not
and
sure
that
yet.
means he won't be able to get out, which means he's going to freeze to death.
Oh, fun.
Listen to me, Cillian Murphy. You're gonna go on, and you're gonna have lots of babies, and you're gonna
I'm
watch
not
them
gonna
grow.
go, Jack! I just love how she says that and then just immediately lets go, like, you liar.
I'll never let go, Mike. Drop.
Oh, nice.
Oh, what did
now-
I sign up for anyway?
Cillian Murphy is in the suit. He's holding a blowtorch.
Not yet. Not yet. Don't spoil. Okay. I'm dead.
Chris Evans is not gonna make it.
He's going to use science.
Okay, now he's getting suited and booted.
Chris Evans is going bye-bye. Either that or he'd just be completely frozen and then be woken up by Nick Fury.
He's gonna... The suits remind me of a cross between Alan Rickman's character from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy
Yes.
and those fat robots from Fifth Element.
Jadoon.
The big different height difference from that.
Oh my god, they are Jadoon.
Because you could either have one with just really weird moving heads, and another one is just a depressed Warwick Davis with Alan Rickman's voice.
Okay, guys, time to strap in. It's time for a bumpy ride.
So is he just like self-destructing the thing right now?
Basically what he's doing is he's made a pressurized hole inside the inner layer of the airlock, and he is blowing out the top of the airlock so that everything gets sucked out. He is wearing his spacesuit and is strapping himself down into the inside of the airlock so that everything from inside the ship goes, except for him.
But what about the payload?
Payload's fine because it's in a separate area of the ship.
Oh, okay.
He's just trying to flush out the bad guy, basically. And
Do it.
Trying to flush out bacon.
Oh, he's hit the button, the airlock's off.
Oh, he's just about to hit the button on mine. Some few shots looking over, like, am I making the right decision?
Once the air has pressurized, he can then make his way back through the ship. And because he's wearing the spacesuit, everything else is rip.
Oh!
And
Just that ragdoll effect.
3, 2, 1.
He's just walked past. Oh, the music is kicking back in again.
Yeah, he's just walking now.
Volume turned up.
Ooh, dead body. Nice.
So he's putting in he is basically putting in the command to separate the payload from the main ship that he's in, so that the payload can shoot off to the sun. But he's got 4 minutes to get across to the ship because he needs to be in the payload to detonate it.
Okay. Oh, the music though.
It's swelling.
I haven't got there.
He has now a 4 minute
That's
timer
not the
to
only
get across
thing.
the ship.
Chris Evans is now officially an ice statue.
See, the film is successful when it's like this, when it's at this pace, when it's with this music.
Ooh, the music's kicking in right now.
My God, I'm actually getting goosebumps.
When it's got a naked Mark Strong, although Mark Strong is awesome in everything he's in. That felt significantly out of place in this movie to me.
Okay, so he's got 2 minutes left and he's just tripped over.
4 minutes for me.
Very
He hasn't-
difficult in space.
You're spoiling shit. He hasn't tripped over on mine.
I'm playing the music, goddammit. Mine's the
I am
DVD
too.
copy.
I am too.
Mine's the copy we're going with.
Payload's off. He's off. And the countdown's begun.
Okay, I'm skipping ahead a little bit.
I'm not skipping any of this. This is intense.
Okay, he's got 1:55 on the clock.
I've turned up my volume one more notch, just so I'm not sure
Ooh,
if you guys
this
can hear or
music,
not.
this music. Ooh, this is good music. Good music.
Stand up, Cillian Murphy. All you gotta do is stand up. Or is he low on oxygen? Or is it because the suit's just too chunky?
Gravity, dude. Jesus.
Oh. I think it's just because the suit's too fat. I
Probably.
think he needs to lose
So
a few
now-
pounds.
And off he goes.
He's got to somehow get across to the other side before it's too late.
Get up.
Is the surface of the sun? Your temperature is always the same.
Oh, I'm just getting in my head with this song because I watch Kick-Ass first, so it's just Big Daddy just burning alive.
That's a good scene. It's a good scene from Kick-Ass as well.
And it's another good use of that music. I guess you can put this music to anything, really, couldn't you? But
He's got the scene of him dreaming of falling into the sun. He's had Cassie's line from earlier on in the film. He's got him boosting over to the other side. The music is swelling. This is why this is a good film.
because of this one scene.
No, the film is just good in general.
Yeah, don't watch the rest of the film, just watch this scene.
Yeah, that would pretty much be my review of it so far. This is a very, very well done scene.
So, as
It's just a shame I don't really care about any of the people on board.
the previous
second
ship
that.
gets burnt up as it turns away to go back towards Earth, but it's completely destroyed because it's too hot, basically. Fun fact, basically every death in this film at some point is being burnt alive.
No, we didn't get in.
Keep going, keep going.
He fucked up.
Well, thanks for spoiling it for me.
Oh. Well, I don't know if he has or
Got
not.
He got in.
The
Oh, did he?
flashback is going for me.
I thought he just bounced against the door and then the timer ran out.
No, he held on to the door, and the booster went off, so he went flying. Okay, but now he is
beat the
going
door.
towards the payload. He is flying into the sun, and he is in the payload room. However, Mark Strong is still about somewhere.
What, bacon?
Yep, Bacon is still about somewhere. So is Cassie.
Oh yeah, she's
Well,
not
there's a
dead.
bit. Okay, he's
feel
in
like
some
it's that
like
one
big
time-
hangar room right now.
Oh, and now he's getting Prometheus.
For 7 years, I spoke with God.
I'm very confused between the geography of the two ships he was in and who was in where and who's dead in which part of the ship and...
Basically, they're in the payload of the ship now. The front part.
Yeah, he's just entered the payload now.
They were in the back part of the ship. The back part and the front part dislodged. And they've just managed to deal with Mark Strong.
Oh, no, they haven't. They're fighting Mark Strong right now. Oh, that's some Hellraiser shit right there. Oh, that was
Oh, there's Cassie.
awesome. But I can't tell what's going on because the camera's so spastic right now.
Oh no, here we go. Whoa!
Mark Strong just looks like Freddy Krueger.
So now Cillian Murphy is going to try and get to the payload room to detonate the payload.
Cassie, actually do something!
He sees Mark Strong's character for one last time as he stands above the payload and above Oblivion.
Cassie's
No.
just like, finish him. I have
I need
no...
to do something, Cassie.
I literally have no
Oh,
fucking
oh.
clue what is going on right now as I watch this movie.
Not nice.
A beautiful moment in a minute.
Cillian Murphy is just squaring off against Mark Strong.
A beautiful
Random
moment in a minute.
Peeling off that skin. Oh, fun.
I apologise to everyone if they're watching this commentary at all because
Okay, Chris, this ending, I would like you to stay silent just for the next minute.
I don't even know if I'm at the same part as you.
That's why I said
I know
minute.
I'm way behind everybody.
He's mashing some commands on a thing. I'm running along a metal walkway.
Ooh.
Is Mark Strong dead? I don't even know. I don't think he's dead.
What are they going to do with that part that they accidentally ripped off?
I think he just kind of slapped Mark Strong around a bit and then just ran off, but Mark Strong's still there.
Yeah, Bacon's still there.
Now, like, strobe lights are going off.
Pressing some buttons.
I've just had it detonate in one of the most beautiful scenes in cinema when it detonates.
Okay, it's detonating now for me.
I haven't got it detonated yet.
Oh, just accept it.
Ooh, dun, 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 dun. What is happening?
How cool is that, Chris?
I don't know why it blew up inside the room when the payload was a separate thing.
I'm so confused about what's happening.
Yeah, me too.
Go watch the film again.
I get
perfectly clear on the film.
I get what's just happened, but I don't know why all of the shit has lit up inside there when that was a separate thing, other than the fact that they just want to get a pretty image.
Ooh, pretty.
Well, it's meant to show. It's meant to show that he's at peace with himself.
And he's
'Cause
burning.
everybody dies.
No, everybody lives, and that's the ending. Everyone dies on the ship, but everyone lives on Earth, which was their initial mission.
But why did it blow up with him there when the payload was a separate thing, just for the sun? I'm very confused.
He was inside the payload. He was inside the payload in the
I
control
thought the payload
room
was
of
just
the
the
payload,
cube.
blowing up the payload. The
Which I
payload
thought was
is
separate to
just
the cube that was the payload.
the cube was the payload.
Yes, which went into the sun, but Cillian Murphy was in a separate ship detonating it, so I don't know why the explosion hit him
No,
in
he
the...
wasn't in a separate ship.
He was
he
on
was
the metal
in the cube.
walkway. Oh. I missed him getting into the cube. Because I thought he just got into a random ship.
No, dude.
And the Earth is saved.
And Sydney Opera
That's,
House.
that's the
know
film
anybody,
over for me.
We didn't
The
have any
sun.
connection with anybody on the Earth, so now we're just glum.
And there's Sydney, and now we cut to black, and we get some abysmal
Yep, that's the film.
music over the credits.
Which is why I turned it off.
No, we need to talk through the credits. So we've got 6 minutes on the clock from mine anyway for talking over the credits.
Still on the last bit at the moment. I will turn it off
Okay.
when I get to the credits because my battery's running out on my phone. We've just got like a family that's walking through. I'm guessing Cillian Murphy's family.
Did that just
They
say
don't
Tom
know
Wood in the
it's married.
credits?
Yeah,
That's going to be very awkward when that comes up.
Okay, I don't know if we've got a delay or something between us, but Tate, you go first on this one.
I enjoyed the film. I've seen it before, and because I understand what's going on in the film, it's a lot easier to enjoy. I know it's very difficult to follow if you're talking at the same time, not following it at the same time, cutting in and out and stuff like that. So I know it's difficult for you guys to make a proper comment on the film. But I enjoyed it. On behalf of Tom as well, it's a good film. He liked the ending. I'm going to say what he said about the ending. He said the ending, it fits the film, and it's almost as if his physiology has changed because of deep space, plus the established on Icarus 1 that he could have survived with the amount of food and abundance of life. He said that the characterization is good, the feelings of loneliness in deep space is great. If you listen to the behind-the-scenes commentary, Danny Boyle says it's like going to meet people going to meet their creator at the end. The Icarus has symbolism too, flying too close to the sun and all that jazz. So that's basically Tom's words. My words are I really enjoyed it. It's a good film.
Okay, I will chime in now. Obviously, as you just said, I haven't been following this film as effectively as I would if I was just watching it on my own in silence. But just from now, I can honestly say this movie did not hold my interest at all. There were some moments in it which were genuinely very, very pretty. Great use of color, great use of lighting. All the sun shots were very breathtaking, and when the music did kick in, they were some great moments. The moment at the end with Cillian Murphy was very tense, but the problem is, and I will disagree with Tom here, I don't think the movie did have good characterization. In fact, I think most of the characters in this were very boring. No one felt like a real human character to me. I didn't get emotionally attached to anyone. All the characters were dying throughout this movie, and I did not care one iota, including Cillian Murphy's character. Cillian Murphy is a fantastic actor, and he's good in this, but I just didn't get any. I just didn't get anything from the characters. If you asked me to describe all the characters in this film or their personality, I wouldn't be able to give you anything. They are all bland, faceless, devoid of emotion, boring characters, and when all this traumatic stuff's happening, I want to be able to connect with them, and I can't because I just don't care. There wasn't any stakes for me when all this big bombastic stuff was happening. In terms of the whole ending with Mark Strong, I do think that felt very much like a different idea for a film, a more sort of slasher, kind of more like Alien, stalker, horror kind of thing going on with that, and that was very bizarre. I think that it would have worked equally, if not more so, if we just saw the creepy chat logs or the video logs of the previous missions, so we don't get a whole lot of knowledge. Kind of go with a John Carpenter, The Thing kind of aspect where, you know, like in that film where Kurt Russell goes to the previous camp and you don't really know everything that happens. You get little bits here and there of this disaster that's happened, and then you piece it together as the film goes on. I think something like that would have worked better for this movie.
So instead of having a villain, you would have wanted them to just.
It didn't need a villain. It didn't need a villain. It really didn't need a villain. The villain.
You would rather had them have over and over loads of these different problems, and them having to overcome the same problems instead of someone creating the problems.
But I didn't need a naked sun deity demigod naked Mark Russell.
Demigod.
Mark Russell.
He is a person who has just gone insane.
He is bacon.
I'm sorry, but that felt very out of place. Tonally, it felt very out of place from this movie and what the first two acts had set up. It really did. And I think it kind of cheapened the movie a little bit, at least for me anyway. That's my thoughts. Naomi, what about you? You watching this movie for the first time as well. What were your thoughts?
First time watching it, I feel the same way as Chris. I mean, the first half was brilliant. I really liked it. I wish I had more connection with the characters. I thought that was going to be a lot more because you need to establish them, you need to establish what they're doing. Thought that was done pretty well, but then once they got onto the other ship, and I will always refer to him as Bacon now. Once he came along, it was like, right, movie's done, no more, I'm out. Because it didn't hold my interest, because we didn't know who these people were, we didn't know why they died, we didn't know what their character was, we didn't have any connection to them whatsoever, especially with the ending when they're back with Cillian Murphy's family. I'm like, who are these people? I don't care that a person that's related to them is now dead and they don't know, because I didn't really connect with that person. And he didn't even mention that he had a family. You know?
Yeah, he does at the very start. He's sending a message to his family at the very start, and they're receiving the message 8 years later at the end, and that's when the son
yeah, but we
has
don't really get
back into action.
much explanation about the family. Like, we don't get that much detail about it. Like, these people on the ship don't have any personality whatsoever. They're like cardboard cutouts, just hopping along, just being like, oh yeah, we're going to be chucked into a fire now because we're on the sun and we have to burn. And I just, no. I mean, you can have like one film where it's people just trapped on the ship and people have to go, and it has to be very clever with it until there's one person left to be able to continue the mission. Or you have a slasher flick. You cannot have it both jammed together. I'm sorry, but you can't.
a space movie where a bunch of people have to go on a mission, and they feel more like characters is Apollo 13 to me. That is a fantastic movie, Ron
Yeah.
Howard movie.
Based on true events, though. Very easy to.
It's based on true events, but even so, there is a greater sense of character to that movie. Kevin Bacon, Tom Hanks, and I forget the name of the other guy. But that film is just so good, and you're with the characters from the beginning before they get on the shuttle. And you could start the film as this did with them already on the mission, but give us some semblance of character or personality. I really just didn't get, and that was probably the biggest critical thing I could say about this movie, and that's ultimately because of that had a snowball effect on why I didn't care for anything that was happening regarding all these big action sequences. Because from a filmmaking perspective, yes, it does look great. It was well directed, but I just didn't care, and that's the biggest problem I can think of. Really,
same with me. I mean, I'm a writer myself, so I always have to just look at characters, and what I usually do is just like, can this person exist in real life, and would I actually want to interact with them? And if it's no, then I'm like, right, what can I change? It doesn't seem like that happened with the scriptwriter. I need to look up who he is or she is, but they seriously need to take some lessons because I don't know who they are. One question I always ask like random questions with my characters, like what is their favorite color? What movie would they watch to go to the cinema? What would basically explain more of their character? And with any of these, I would be like, I don't know, because I got nothing from them. I got nothing to say, here is an actual person, here is like something about their personality.
Yeah.
Apart from like Cillian Murphy and Chris Evans being very, very angry people, I didn't get anything.
A film that does that has a very big supporting cast, ensemble cast, and you only get a little shred of a character, but they still kind of work. I always go to this as my example, is the opening of Predator, where they're all on the helicopter, and you know the 50s rock and roll music's playing, and you all get like a quirk. Like there's one guy who's always cracking jokes, one guy who thinks he's the tough nut. You've got Arnold Schwarzenegger, you got Carl Weathers, but you all get like a little semblance of a quirk or a personality type, and then that carries you throughout the rest of the movie. Then you don't need this whole involved backstory, but you know what their stake is in the story and how they will react to things and their personality type. And I think that we needed something like that in this movie. It's all well and good to have everyone sat around a table just discussing the mission, but you need a moment of, it doesn't even need to be levity if it doesn't fit the tone, but just a moment where people feel like a real people, and not, as Naomi said, just cardboard cutouts. If we go to The Martian, which I think perhaps went too far with the comedic stuff and needed a little bit more serious stuff. I do love that movie, though.
It got nominated for Golden Globe for comedy, so obviously it must be a comedy.
It did. That really, really annoyed me, because it's not a comedy, but it is more comedic. There are moments in that film where I think it could have ramped up the drama a bit more and got into serious territory, but I think it did remain consistently comedic. But the crew, what's his name? Matt Damon's crew. We get a personality for each of those, and I love every single character in that film. I absolutely love. I just didn't really get this from this movie. Now I will watch this movie again on my own, and I'll pay much more attention to it than I did with this. And maybe I'll like it. Yeah, maybe I'll like it.
I'm not sure if I would necessarily want to watch this movie again. I might do it just to give me another chance to watch it, because like I said, this is my first time watching it, but I'm not really wanting to do that again like I do with like I recently watched the BFG, and I would happily go see that 1 billion times, but with this, just no. No.
Tate, you look very depressed with us and forlorn.
I'm just talking to Tom right now to make sure that we're ready to come after you guys.
Well, I've ended my critique on a very hopeful note that if I watch it again, I might care for it. But in terms of first viewing, was what I've seen, I really just didn't grasp at anything in this movie. I really didn't connect to anything. But that's just me. Everyone has different opinions, and if my opinion changes,
Chris.
if my opinion changes, I will let you know. But that's just my initial opinion.
Make sure
on the...
to.
Like I say, I hate the first Matrix film, and everybody seems to love it. So everybody has like very strict opinions. So
Make sure to like and comment if you hate Chris. Oh, and
probably hate more than
Chris.
that because I hate the first Matrix. Let's just be honest.
Hashtag Chris likes nothing. Once again.
Yeah.
the 80s. Oh, the one thing you come up with is Predator. Is Predator from the 80s? Let's have a check.
Yes, it is.
Maybe.
It's got Arnold Schwarzenegger. Oh,
Oh,
really?
hey, look at that. Predator is from the 80s, so the one film that he goes to explain about how a good ensemble works is from the 80s.
Because
Ah.
the 80s knew their shit and 80s got it right.
Sorry, Chris, but 80s or die is not a way of life.
It is for me.
How about that, guys? On that bombshell.
I've pretty much said everything on Sunshine
I'm
that
good
I
as well.
can. Tate,
I'm
Naomi,
good.
anything else to add? Or
I'm good. I'm good.
okay,
Just take me
we'll
away
wrap,
from this movie.
we'll wrap this thing up then. Okay, so that was our sort of commentary on Sunshine. It was a lot of sync points, so hopefully on the next one we'll be a bit more with it. Naomi, you've got the picks for the next one, and we should have the poll up for that tomorrow, hopefully. Tate, if you can get on that. If you want to just run through the picks again, what the next ones will be.
Yeah, I did mention them in the whole live stream, but if you want to recap of what they are, Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, World's End, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, and The Adventures of Tintin, The Secret of the Unicorn, because I'm on an Edgar Wright phase at the moment.
Awesome. So,
Awesome.
so yeah, that'll do it for our commentary on Sunshine. Be sure to comment and subscribe. Let us know what you thought of Sunshine. Do you agree with Tate, or do you agree with me and Naomi, or do you fall somewhere in between? Please do drop us a comment. Let us know. In terms of what's coming up on the channel, we're finally getting back into movie reviews now. September's hit, and the movies are coming back into the forefront a little bit more. August was pretty much dead towards the end of it for movies. There'll be more reaction videos from me along the way. A whole bunch of stuff, so please do hit that subscribe button because it is the best way to keep updated with all of our content. So yeah, that'll do it from us tonight. Thank you for watching, and until the next video, we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.